Diamonds and Toads. Once upon a time, there lived a fisherman and his wife. They had a little girl called Lena. The fisherman would set out for the riverbank every day and come back with merely a handful for his family. One fine day, as he was setting up his fishing nets, he glanced to the side where he saw a baby floating down the river on a giant leaf. "My goodness! What is this baby doing here floating in this river? I better carry her out, else she may drown." The fisherman carried the baby out gently and took her home to his wife. "My dear, this child was floating on a leaf in the water. I had to save her and bring her home."
We already have a daughter. How do you think we will be able to raise her?
The little girl was named Fiona. The farmer loved her as much as his own daughter. Over the years, Lena and Fiona grew up into two beautiful girls. While Lena grew up to be like her mother, Fiona was kind and caring, just like her father. The fisherman was very sick and soon died. Fiona was heartbroken.
You brought us bad luck. You are bad luck.
Soon, the mother's aversion for Fiona grew more and more. She started treating Fiona like a servant and excluded her from the family. She would make her eat in the kitchen alone and work continually. Apart from the daily chores, Fiona had to go twice a day to draw water, more than 1.5 miles from the house, and bring home a pitcher full of it. One day, she went to the fountain and sat there crying bitterly. Just then, a poor woman came up to her and said,
"Oh, beautiful maiden, may I please have a drink from your pitcher, for I am very thirsty." "Why, of course you may."
Fiona wiped her tears, poured water for the poor woman, holding up the pitcher all the while, that she might drink it easily. The woman, having drunk the water, said,
"You are so kind and courteous that I cannot help giving you a gift. Every time something touches your heart and comes out in the form of tears, they shall turn into diamonds and pearls."
The poor woman was actually a fairy, and as soon as she joined her hands, she turned into a fairy. Fiona was speechless. As Fiona dropped on her feet in disbelief, the fairy smiled and vanished. Fiona reached home only to find her mother fuming in anger.
"How dare you take so long to get back from the fountain? Don't you know that Lena and I are thirsty? At once you go to the kitchen." "Sorry, Mother."
As soon as Fiona entered the kitchen, she leapt the pitcher down and began weeping bitterly. And just as the fairy had promised, her tears turned into sparkling diamonds and shiny pearls as they rolled down her cheeks. The mother entered the kitchen and saw Fiona weeping diamonds and pearls.
"What is it I see there? Pearls and diamonds rolling down your cheeks. How is this happening?"
Fiona explained what had happened while she was at the fountain, and her mother was quite astonished.
"Lena, you shall go to the fountain immediately. Would you not be glad, my dear, to have the same gift? You only have to go and draw water out the fountain, and when a poor woman asks you to let her drink, give it to her very civilly, and soon you too shall have as many diamonds and pearls as you like." "As you say, Mother." "Very well, off you go then."
Lena went to the fountain, taking with the best silver tankard in the house. As she drew water from the fountain, she saw a magnificently dressed lady coming out of the forest who came up to her and asked for a drink of water.
"Oh, beautiful maiden, may I please have a drink from your pitcher?" "Have I come here to serve you with water? I suppose this silver tankard was brought purely for your ladyship, was it?" "You are scarcely polite. Well then, since you are so unfriendly and mean, I curse you that every time you wish to speak, you shall only croak like a frog."
Lena, who reached out to stop her, croaked. Realizing it was too late, Lena started weeping, and as she wept, only croaking sounds came out of her.
My daughter, what is that sound you're making?
Lena tried to speak, but she only croaked.
She has been cursed! My daughter's been cursed! Oh, mercy! It is you who has caused all this, and you shall pay for it when the time comes. Go out and get some wood. My Lena is starving.
Fiona was deeply hurt and ran outside the house, leaving pearls and diamonds dropping on her way. The next morning, when Fiona was out by the barn all alone, she started to sing.
Today shall be a beautiful day I wish. Take my sorrows, take my pain, and fulfill all my wish.
Just then, a prince was passing by, and he sees her from a distance, barely being able to get a clear look at her. The prince smiles. He is mesmerized by her beautiful voice. Fiona went back into the house, not aware that the prince had seen her. The prince could not stay without seeing her face. He ordered his guards to wait and went to the Fiona's house to see her.
Hello, sire. What is it that brings you here?
I saw a girl out by the barn with a voice so beautiful and angelic that I have fallen in love with her. Who is she?
Well, she is my daughter. I shall go get her right away. Lena, quickly wear your sister's clothes and go outside for a prince has come to see you.
Oh, such a lovely voice you have. It has set my heart alight, and I would love to take you as my bride. It would bring me great joy if you could sing for me once more, so that I may hold an essence of your beautiful voice in this shell for my mother to hear, so that she may approve of this marriage. Lena, in all her excitement, tries to sing and ends up croaking. What kind of mockery is this? Are you insulting me? Guards, seize this woman and take her away immediately.
Oh, Prince, please forgive my sister, for she is cursed that whenever she wishes to speak, she will croak like a frog. I was the one singing out by the barn.
The prince was mesmerized to see Fiona, but wanted to make sure that he was not being fooled. Will you please sing for me?
Oh, Prince, forgive my sister, for she is cursed. It was I who was singing the song. She is trouble enough, don't make it worse. I beg you, oh mighty prince, be strong.
The prince was quite impressed with her voice. Your voice is as beautiful as you are, and it reflects you must have a beautiful heart too. I would love to make you my princess.
Forgive me, Prince. I must decline, as it is my sister's dream to get married to a prince.
What? I cannot marry a lying toad. Fiona kneels down looking up at the sky.
Oh, magical fairy, please come to help me and give my blessings to my sister. I am ready to take upon myself her curse, so that she may fulfill her dream and marry a prince.
Seeing her sister pray for her, Lena runs and hugs her little sister as she cries and sobs. Just then the fairy appears in front of them.
I see that you have learned your lesson. I shall take away your curse, and now, when you wish to speak, the most beautiful voice shall come from you.
The fairy waved her wand, and Lena was engulfed in magic, just as her sister was.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful for this gift.
The fairy smiled, waved her magic wand, and vanished. I would love to marry you, Fiona, for I have fallen in love with your kind and forgiving heart. And as for your sister, my younger brother would only be too glad to marry her, and he shall keep her very happy. Fiona was overjoyed at the prince's proposal, and they decided to get married at once. A grand wedding was held, and both the sisters got married. People from all over the kingdom were invited. However, their mother was not. A year had passed, and the kingdom rejoiced at the birth of a beautiful little baby princess. Fiona held the baby princess in her arms. As the little princess cried for the first time, a little tear rolled down her cheek and transformed into a sparkling diamond. Kindness won once again.